along with Matty Cruiser. Dean Margette's electing to throw the ball up. Been a lot of rain in Melbourne today. Been none during the game here. Been very good conditions. Edwards. Long ball to McGuan. McInnes did well to make sure he didn't get loose.
Bryce Gibbs starting inside the Blues defensive 50. He's an important player in this second half. 12 touches at half-time.
Great hands. Martin had the kick smothered. There is Grigg.
It was interesting to have a chat to the CEO of Richmond, Benny Gale, at half-time. We asked him about Travis Cloke being on the open market. They've been on record as saying they're duty-bound to have a look at going forward. It is a real missing link for a lot of sides, but Jack Riewoldt will just be so enhanced by having another key option down there. They're trying Luke McGuan. They need Tyrone Vickery back in the side as well, but
all the focus just goes to Jack, doesn't it? You know, you need someone else to.
It just
take
becomes a bit predictable, BT.
Yeah.
They've tried to set up differently tonight with their mids, Delidio, Martin and Cochin down there, but it's a big ask to get that set up every week.
Yeah. Well, Vickery last year kicked over 30 goals, and they really expected him to go.
Edwards from the boundary line, hit the back of the goal post.
Really good effort. Yeah, they expected Tyrone Vickery to take another step this year, but injuries cut down his early part of the season. He's had the shoulder operation and won't be seen again this year. They obviously need him back next year, not just in the forward line, but to relieve Marriage in the ruck.
Gibbs from fullback, deliberate in his intentions here to Armfield. Morris with the fist at the back. Nahas trying to work Joseph over. And they take him over the boundary.
Richo, you mentioned Marriage. He's been absolutely fantastic this year, but it is a huge load to carry. The only ruckman do it all game, every game. They need that support, don't they? They need that second ruckman, like a Jared Ruffhead from Hawthorn, who can come in and play 30 or 40 minutes in the ruck and give him something up forward.
I guess that's the job of Ty Vickery when he's available, isn't it? Perfect for that pinch hit in the ruck, but basically the permanent forward. Hooley to Delidio. Tuck and tackle was good. Tuck. Riewoldt gets a run and a jump at it. Great spoil by Jamison. McLean taken in the Basher Hooley tackle.
Yeah, Lingy's spot on. You need a competent second ruckman who can take at least probably 20% of game time in the ruck. And
well, Hawthorn have got that down pat, haven't they, with Ruffhead doing that 20%.
They've got the best combination going at the moment with Ruffhead.
Bailey, of course, did the job last night, but it has been Hale and probably will be.
And then, of course, the Eagles are the benchmark. They've got two genuine #1 ruckmen who can dominate games. Dean Cox plays so well up forward as well.
Going on there, Dustin Martin and Gibbs trying to get Martin one out in the goal square here.
These sort of touches early in the game were paid free kicks.
Bit of responding going on Twitter, Das, about that touch decision. Most people think that Gibbs's finger was bent back and he did touch the ball.
Delidio had the ball smothered off. Curnow.
And I think there's a good chance that that was the case, but the understanding that we've all got of the review system is that it has to be 100% conclusive. And look, his finger did bend back, but that's what happens when you're in the motion of doing it. How can you 100% guarantee that that touched the football? I'm not sure how you can do that. I don't think you then go back to the goal umpire a metre away. What did he think?
Quick kick out of the pack from Martin. Got a good bounce. Gibbs got a finger on it. Gee, it bent back towards the goal too on the bounce, didn't it? Gibbs and Murphy combine here from fullback, and now McLean.
That's what he's been better at in the last 5 or 6 weeks. He's run and spread. He ran 50 metres to provide that option then, Brock McLean. He's had a terrific period in this last part of the season.
Thornton the target there, no win. Tuck able to kick the ball long inside 50, a little wide for the liking of McGuan. Edwards, fast hands, Riewoldt, one along the ground. Scotland there, but he'll be under Richmond pressure about now. Along the boundary line, did really well, Heath Scotland. Grigg to Nahas. Edwards shoveling out the handball. Carlton player down behind play as well. The snap around, and it's there. Tigers certainly needed that.
Brett Thornton picking himself up off the ground. It was a big body spoil from Alex Rance, and Jack Revolt's the other story. We'll get to the dock very shortly and find out if there's something serious happening there.
Well, I think he did have that ankle. I'm not sure if it's the same one, but it's limping like it may be a bit of an ankle or something. Well, that's the first injury to Brett Thornton. A big spoil from Alex Rance over the top, and then Jack Revolt was injured in that passage of play as well and has gone down into the rooms. Doc will be all over it.
Out of the middle tuck. Long ball inside 50. Davies and Delidio go at it. Murphy just hammers it to the wing, and Dygan elevates to mark.
Yeah, poor kick there from Nick Dygan. Aaron had the break and just went for too much. A bad turnover.
6 inside 50s to nil, 6 clearances to nil this quarter. So maybe Damien Hardwick's ear. Words are ringing in the Richmond players' ears at the moment. They need to convert on the scoreboard, though.
Just the one goal from it to this stage, Richo. Having played 6.5 minutes of this third quarter. Cruiser thought about the knock-on, and in the end, the handball to Curnow was effective as well. Davies at ground level. Cruiser just went and got it, jammed it on the boot, kicked it out of bounds on the full.
There's Jack Revolt, who came off. He went straight down the rooms. We're just taking a little look, and the right ankle. He grabbed in some pain straight away. He went down. He's back up already.
So Doc Larkins, don't know whether you can hear us down there. What do you make of Jack Riewoldt?
I thought he more grabbed it at the Achilles the way he strained it on the way through there, Brian. It's the same ankle round 11, so it was the right side, but they didn't actually take the boot off. He's sitting down just waiting to get back on, so wait and see how he moves.
Chris Newman's having a spell as well. They've really taken his influence out of the game tonight.
Here's another one of these holds. I think they've plucked out of a stoppage, Das.
Yeah, they've been red hot on these all night tonight. And Mark Murphy, the receiver of a few early, but Cochin gets one back. Armfield's the man who's taken Chris Newman out of the game. Only 3 possessions.
Delidio, 60 metres out. All into Moore in the end. Well, probably wouldn't have been a great option even if he could have marked it.
Here's the Cochin free kick. Carazzo, she's there. Very, very delicate free kicks, those ones, aren't they? I mean, I love protecting the gun players in the game, but
hasn't been a lot in a lot of them, though. There wasn't much in that one either. I think they had a case there. Looked to come off the boot of Kelmore.
Murphy. 2-on-1 in the middle. Morris dropped the mark he really had earned. Bashahuli somehow got boot the ball, but Carazzo the beneficiary of it. Now McLean sees something wide. Good-looking ball. Got to go. The Tigers posted brilliantly.
Thanks, Nick. Ready.
Kick to Ellis is not great. Now he has to be perfect. That handball did not have enough depth in it. Garlett trying to take it away to Scotland. Scotland comes back on the left. That'll bend back, bend back, bend back. Not enough.
Well, that kick across the ground, you just have to hit your target there. Just put Brandon Ellis under pressure. Post, he did the right thing, came off Eddie Betts, but it was the kick across the ground. You have to hit those targets. It just puts you under enormous pressure.
Hasn't reached any great heights, this one, BT. We've got a game on our hands, 3 points, super important. It's season on the line stuff, but it's been a flat environment here, this one, for an important game. Lots and lots of really basic errors.
Betts. Jackson did likewise, as the umpire pointed out. Somehow the ball flicked out the back. Martin could have had a case for a highish one, but umpire elects to let it go this time. On to McLean. Careful with the kick. Casbolt. One hand on it. The recovery. Did well, Morris. Should have earned a free. Carlton players fingers collide as well, and Morris has done his shoulder. See him in the background there holding the left shoulder.
That's as brave as it comes at ground level.
And he's in a bit of bother. Got some history, says to a teammate, you're going to have to go. And
gee, that's
great effort, unrewarded.
amazing.
Off hands, Ellis to Conker. Conker to Rewalt. Rewalt further to Conker. The run on was good, needs a good sit, got a friendly bounce. Where does he go now? Handball to Ellis, forced on his non-preferred left side. Nahas in the front position, over the back to Lidio. Picked up, Nahas, need one from him, got it.
Go back and get around Stephen Morris, because he turned that footy over with one of the most courageous acts that we've seen tonight. Brilliant effort. I never thought it sort of acts that win your football games. Real courage. And they've got a little bit of momentum back in this game now, the Tigers.
Tigers by 3 points, Doc Larkins.
Yeah, Morris sitting on the bench, Brian. He's just had a quick word to the doc about the left shoulder. Got a bit of pain between the shoulder and the neck, so I think it's more like the AC area. No treatment required. They're just going to see whether they need to re-strapping, some pain relief only, I reckon.
The stinger, Doc.
Stinger probably, yes.
Now the Blues. Curnow to Garlett. Out of bounds, I thought, almost there. Kept alive, said the umpire, as now Bashahuli has had the kick under pressure around the corner. Carazzo. Back in board. Thornton juggling attempt. Got it. Now can he kick the journey?
I think he can. That just got a mismatch there. Brent Thornton, too tall for Trent Koch, and took a nice contested mark. I think he'll be able to get the journey. He's just on 50. Good decision from Carazzo. He came back inboard. He could have blazed away down the line, but came indoors and found Thornton.
Now big Ivan Maric behind the play. You can't see this, but he's called for the doctor to come out as well. Off the ball as Thornton lines up. So Thornton now with a kick some 50 metres out on the way. Got the journey. Now it's down to accuracy offline.
BT, you mentioned the doc got called out for big Ivan. It was just a bit of patchwork on the knee. He's got a bit of bleeding from the knee. The one he got sent off for on the blood rule in the second quarter. Doesn't want to get sent off again.
Newman plays on. Rewalt the target. Gee, got to hang on to that. Tui. Nice ball to Armfield.
He's been very important tonight. We've spoken about it a bit. Tagging role as a forward on Chris Newman. Newman, no influence, and Dennis has been good.
Good to hit up at the football, though. Make Chris Newman accountable.
Good punch by Maguire. The only thing it didn't find were the goal or behind line.
Not a name you associate with a young man these days, Dennis, is it? There's not too many young Dennises around.
Like Harold. Dennis.
Going out of fashion. He's lost his boot too, Dennis.
Not a great nighttime operator either, I've heard. Opportunity now at ground level for McLean. Bowell bullocks his way through. D was in there, couldn't get a clear hand on it. McLean keeps it alive, goes for the little right foot banana. I think he might have threaded it. Rant says, score review, he reckons he's touched it.
The boundary umpires jumped in here, boys.
Pushing players out of the way now so we can see him.
But we're looking for the confirm of the touch.
Oh boy, yes, an operator.
Our third one tonight.
What's your 100% or you are? Can you add?
Now,
You're 100% sure?
the black coat of the gentleman in the back with the black glove doesn't allow us to see clearly from there, and that's relatively inconclusive.
You can't, from both of those, you cannot say that that's touched.
The boundary umpire was absolutely certain, though. He reacted straight away and called it touch as soon as that came off the boot. So it'd be interesting to see if they use his opinion.
Vision inconclusive, umpire's call.
Okay. Inconclusive. We're going to go with the boundary umpire's call of 100%
That's interesting, isn't it?
I'm not sure now at the goal umpire.
So the boundary umpire was 100%. He was half a foot away. I think they've got that one right, but I can't see how they were conclusive on the first one.
Rewalt in the middle. Kick is good. Great grab taken by McGuan. Now, he's certainly within range here, Luke McGuan. Directly in front. Here's McGuan.
Have a look at the boundary umpire here, boys. He was really close. A metre away, you can see him looking. He said touched straight away, and they went with that.
And Rance claimed it straight away as well. Pretty genuine in the efforts, I reckon. Here is McGuan from right on 50. Great kick. Straight through the middle, down the other end, Richmond goal.
Not a noted goal kicker, Luke McGuan, it's fair to say. 9 career goals now in his 88 games. They're desperate to try and get another option up forward, and that's a good sign if he can help out and take a couple of grabs like that and go back and slot them from 50. He's got a roll on the side.
Three consecutive goals for the Tigers. Doc Larkins.
Yeah, Morris back on the ground after that shoulder subluxation stinger, as we call it, Brian, and that's good news for the Tigers fans. He's still in it.
Still in the hunt. Umpire still throwing it up in the middle. Must be very slippery and greasy in the middle there. Murphy. Curnow. Now McLean. Good ball, or thought it was, to Thornton. Yarran there in support, ran past it as well, and Hooley will be happy with that result.
Chris Yarran yet to have a disposal in this third quarter. They need to get him into the game. In third quarter and the last quarter last week against the Dogs, he started to get some run going, and it just makes them so much better when he's doing that.
McGuan again in the thick of it here, able to win a clean ball here. Gets a look to Rewalt. Rewalt and Jamieson, genuine one-on-one. Rewalt flies on his own merits. Did he hold it? The umpire said no. Out of bounds. And I think Rewalt knows that that was a correct decision. Cruiser, Tigers with some numbers here. Now, was he carried forward in the tackle? He was. Tuck will get the free. For the 4th goal of the quarter to the Tigers, Carlton have not kicked one in this quarter.
Well, it's on the back of Shane Tuck and Shane Edwards this quarter for the Tigers. Shane Edwards has had 4 clearances, and Tuck's about to have his 7th disposal.
Tuck had some skin taken off the nose. Here he is, directly in front, very close to the man on the mark. In fact, I reckon it put him off in the end as McLean came a little closer than he thought he was going to. Big miss that for the Tigers. Good miss for the Blues. Jamieson back into play. Curnow taking his man under, but the hot player in Grigg to Rance. Murphy and Tuck. Geez, tough Tuck to Jackson. Jackson to Rewalt. Rewalt doubles around the back. Almost got loose. Gathers. Was it a throw? Not sure. Ellis couldn't make contact.
Great one-on-one effort there from Shane Tuck before. A little throw there from Jack Rewalt. Maybe got away with one.
Umpire was behind him. Yep.
Looked like a throw, that one.
Certainly did. Edwards. Murphy. Ivan Maric is in under there. So is Bell. Did really well, Bell. Now Betts and Morris go at it. Off hands. Newman and Armfield. A lot of one-on-ones now. High tackle against Thornton here. So things going the Tigers' way at the moment.
Push out, 5 metres.
Now Newman's a really good user. He needs to be patient here and wait. Don't want him to have to kick to a contest. In the end, it was really well done. Gee, Rewalt with the chest again. You've got to get the jukes out.
he's also leading really wide to spots on the ground that are going to be almost impossible to kick a goal from. And he actually had his captain there wanting him to go to the dangerous spot 10 metres out.
But I reckon that's where the space was. But even on that one, Das, I reckon he's slowing as the ball and he meet as well and allowing his defender to close quicker. He's not accelerating through the ball when he leads. Quick kick out of the pack and a miss.
Yeah, it's just a lack of confidence, I reckon, not getting the arms out in front. You see it there. That brings the defender into play, BT. If your arms are fully extended, there's probably only one thing the defender can do, and that's chop your arms. So you should always try and take it out in front.
Absolutely. You've got a better chance of getting the free kick plus the mark. You've got the double whammy. Ivan and Cruiser go at it. They lock arms, so the umpire rightly lets that one go. Wasn't touched from the kick in. So plays on. The umpire wasn't ready for the play on there. Throw called by the umpire, so Bell with the free. Bell says, where do I go from here? And that's exactly where you go if you're uncertain. Post, Garlett, Thornton and Rance go at it. Lurking dangerously, Yaron.
Richmond didn't kick a goal in the second quarter. It's only the second time this year they haven't done it. I reckon there's been one act in the game that has turned around. They've kicked the last 3 goals, and I want to replay it again in a second. That's Stephen Morris's attack on the footy before. I think that has changed the momentum of this game Richmond's way.
Here's Armfield. And he's got a really good opportunity to kick the first goal for Carlton in this quarter, the 21-minute mark.
Yes, Das was saying earlier, he's done a good job on Chris Newman tonight, and he's not just doing it defensively, he's getting into dangerous positions, playing in front there, so that's Matty D, but playing in front and getting a shot on goal.
Armfield, great strike, but a little left. So still no goal in this quarter, Das.
This is a key moment that I want to talk about. Look at the bravery here from Morris. He just had no regard for his own safety, got hurt, refused to go off the ground while the ball was still in play, picked up his man. That'll be something that Damien Hardwick will have right at the top of the list on Monday when they go through this game. And so that is what it takes for us to be a good side, Richard.
Yeah, that is as brave as you'll see. And he got kneed in the face for his trouble on the way down. He actually broke his nose last week, so I'm sure that's still sore as well. So he's been terrific.
I wonder if it's worth showing the players at three-quarter time that. Would they do that?
They've got the iPads. They absolutely have the ability to do that.
Carlton go deep. Eddie Betts, always the lurking danger. And he'll line up for goal number 4 and just the one the Blues needed.
He just reads the ball off the boot so quickly. Eddie picks up the flight of it quicker than most.
Does he step out and snap? Yeah, he is Stevie J style.
Yeah, absolutely. There he goes. Loves that. Gets a good feel on the boot. Gets a good chunk of it. And Carlton down by 2 points.
Well, he's looming as their match winner again tonight, Eddie Betts. Didn't have a great game last week, but kicked the winning goals when it was needed in the last quarter against the Doggies. 4 goals tonight, and he's just looked dangerous every time it goes near him.
This might be being overly critical. He probably kicks a goal anyway, but still don't understand why there isn't 5 defenders on that spot getting in his face. It's just conceding that he's going to do it easily.
Brett Ratton looking nervously. I just noticed Eddie Betts has told Yaron to go back in the goal square against Morris, 1 out. So Yaron and Morris in the goal square, 1 out. Kicks coming in that direction now. Here they go. Yaron keeps his feet. Morris went to the ground. Boundary line, I thought, beat Yaron.
A little lucky there, Morris. He won't want to go to ground too often around Yaron because you'll never see him again.
Well, I reckon they feel that maybe he can be exposed right on that last line. And
it was a deliberate ploy by Betts to see it and point him straight to the goal square and clear everyone else out. So we'll have to see whether that transpires again when the ball finds a bit of space. There's Dustin Martin. Gee, Brett Deledio, has he gone out of the game a little bit, Richo?
Yeah, he's only had the 14 disposals. Cochin, Martin and Deledio were really good in the first quarter, but they've all been shut down since then. They need to get them back into the game.
James McGuan there. Touched off hands there to Murphy. Rance has got the sit on this. He elevates, got a big piece of it as well now. D's got to do it, and Armfield pressuring him all the way to the boundary.
Cochin had 11 at quarter time. He's up to 18 now. Martin had 9. He's up to 16. So they've just been a lot quieter in the last 2 quarters, and Richmond can't afford to have those guys out of the game. Credit to Carlton. They've done a really good job since quarter time, shutting down those prime movers for Richmond.
So precisely 4 minutes left in the quarter. McGuan having to battle and do the ruck work here, just to give Ivan a spell. Cruiser stays on while Marriage goes off.
Really important role now for McGuan. If he can give Big Ivan the rest of the quarter on the bench, it'd be huge in the last quarter. Let him have the run.
In fact, I noticed he's just snuck forward, Lingy on us. Big Ivan. Here's Dygan. Great hands to Garland. Garland against the boundary line. Here's Eddie Betts and the one-on-one duel they wanted. That ball was a little heavy. Yaron it was, I'm sorry. Quickly back into play. But it was the duel that we're talking about, Yaron and Morris.
There's that kick in again from Alex Rance. That's just sloppy. That had to hit that kick.
I'm not sure what he's doing, kicking the ball in from full-back, Richo. It's the same scenario. You just don't put your hand up for something that's not your go.
Scotland to Armfield. Now Collins need to be clean here. He's got Dygan short if he wants. That's not an option now. And the heavy turning ball in the air. Bell steps back and takes the ripping mark.
We've been impressed with Tom Bell on debut last week. He came on and had a significant impact, and they've set him the big task today of trying to take Trent Cochin at stages as well. That's a big, brave, strong mark from a big-bodied midfielder. He's 95 kilos, 187 centimetres. There's something to work with here with this man, Bristle.
Keep it simple here. Drop punt, he says. Nothing fancy for him. Trying to thread the needle. Difficult angle. This is a very, very good kick. It's a goal, and Carlton are in front.
That's a great contested mark. He's got plenty of size about him, Tom Bell. He's 187 centimetres, and gee, it's good if you're an on-baller as he is. If you can go forward and take contested marks like that, create something out of nothing. It was just a high ball in. Goes back and converts. Terrific effort.
Nice goal, Tommy Bell, and have a look at the celebration. It's what the game's missing at the moment, is a really good celebrator. And Tommy Bell, he has had the triple fist pump there for his first AFL goal. Second AFL goal, I should say. Kicked one last week.
Well, for a second gamer, it's a good celebration. Got the confidence at this stage. What's he going to be like when he's kicked 1,000? Be doing laps. Scotland. Naha sliding into the ball. Now Cochin with the really clean hands and let it rip, but out of bounds on the full. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Often have the celebration coached out of the players, Richo, and you saw Alex Fasolo, the young Collingwood player in his first year, really just carry on, and I liked it a lot, but I think he had the word in his ear to say, calm down, Alex.
Who's the best in the game now, do you reckon, celebrator?
Probably still the little tip rat, Stephen Milne, I reckon.
He's great, Milne.
Eddie Betts goes all right. Andrew Cracker's a really good celebrator as well. Cruiser. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Carlton by 5 points. Cruiser to Thornton. Thornton in front. Punch away by Rance was heavy and good. Here's Brandon Ellis to Martin. Martin over the top. Nahas, can he take on Cruiser? What a great tackle by Cruiser, because Nahas was away, and as a result, look at this. The Blues are out of the loop. Rance and Thornton in a one-on-one. The young versus the old. And Thornton's got him wrapped up. Great win goes twice. 2 tackles, resulting in the Collins ball to Betts. Punched through by Post.
Eddie's going off his brain. Have a look at them pointing to the other side. He's saying, how can you not kick it there to Andy Collins? He had 15 metres of space all on his own, Richo, and that's what used to make you go berserk.
He knew it, Eddie, as a point. He didn't want to lead into that space. He wanted to hold the space and just have the ball put out there, but
Sub-activated.
Yes,
Jackson
boys.
comes off and Marrick comes on.
Spot on, BT. They brought Marrick on to get a bit of run through the middle of the ground. They need to keep the run going. They've been fantastic this quarter. Keep taking the game on. Marrick will do that for them.
It's a really poor kick that from Andy Collins. It's the easiest one where you just have to pop it into space, and it's just a lack of understanding.
Rewalt, long way from home, but important grab nevertheless. Here's Alice. There is Adam Marrick. That wasn't a good first up touch, was it? Set Nas, a bit of a task. Joseph did well. Marrick comes in, applies the tackle, said he'd gotten it back. I thought he was gentle and actually avoided the back there. Tough decision. Have a look at this. I reckon he
did
got
everything.
into his back at all.
Yeah, agree with you.
He avoided it totally. Umpire's a long way away. Off hands Betts. Thornton 2-on-1.
well
That
played.
was clever. It was on. Garlett runs into the open goal. Carlton by 2 goals. Have a look at the clock. 2 seconds. How good was that from Thornton?
The front and centre was absolutely elite first up from Eddie Betts. He was brilliant to be able to hit it at full speed and take it. Look at Thornton, he loves his own work there.
But have a look at him have a bit of, when you see the replay, he had a bo peep. He saw the player behind him and he knew in his mind exactly what he wanted to achieve.
It was smart, it was effective, and he worked it out really well as Brett Ratton comes down to the interchange bench. It's a big goal, Richo, on the eve of three-quarter time. They worked it out really well. It's great play.
yeah, Brett Thornton, he knew that Garlett was there. 2-on-1. And he gets the easiest of goals. This is the kick here. The last 2 Carlton goals have resulted from the Rants kick in that didn't hit its target. They had all the momentum there, and Marrick couldn't hit that kick. And Carlton got 2 goals, the last 2 goals of the quarter, to give them a lead, and it was Richmond turnovers.
Big going on here, Richo. Arnfield involved, and they're going to separate as the big boy Tommy Bell decides to extricate himself. He's got a bit of presence about him, Tom Bell.
In fact, they got the last 3 of the quarter there, the Blues. They lead it by 12 points. 10-11-71 to Richmond, 8-11-59.